Hello, big beautiful world. Well, here we are again, and today we're going to fly out of Lima. Why, you may ask, or you may not ask, really. I mean, it's up to you. Why are we flying out of Lima? Well, my true love of 20 years said, why don't you fly out of Lima? And I thought, you know what, that's a good idea. Haven't been there yet. Hope to get there one day, and we'll see how we go. Today, just going to hop outside for a moment. We are taking off in a Rutan job, and it's going to be the the Long-E-Z, because they've got a couple of Rutans up in Flight Sim Land, haven't they? In MSFS2020, they got the Long-E-Z and they got the Quickie, the Q200 off, I want to say. But anyway, we're going to take off out of Lima, the main airport there, fly up into the hills a bit, and then come back in for a landing. I only flew this a couple of times when I got it, well over a year back. I think it's a tricky little bugger to fly. We'll find out. And so there'll be no weird anecdotes today. There'll be no sort of half-remembered imaginings or anything like that. We'll just get up into the air, take her for a run, see what she's like, and hopefully have a good time doing it. Hopefully I won't be dull as dishwater in the process. Alright, let's get it started up. God, I'll learn to talk my own language one day. Alright, so we've got, what am I looking at? Okay, fuel. Is that battery? Pump, alternator, no, we'll throw the lights on, we'll throw panel, no, strobe while we're down. Alright, cool. Yeah, we've got mixture. It's all happening. Make sure I've got my got no idea what that's all about. Alright, why don't we give it a whirl?
Clear.
That start? Yeah, good as gold. Oh shit, we're creeping forward. Might check the doesn't look like that beastie works. Alright, so let's close this puppy. Alright, and we'll do it. As usual, we'll fly it like we nicked it. And we'll head out to the northern. So it's a great day for it if this rat bag doesn't try and block us. There you go, you go for no. Well, maybe après vous, s'il vous plaît. After you. No, bug here. Alright, we're going to take off. So what can I tell you about this plane? I can't really. I'm a massive fan of the Rutan brothers. I think they've done some amazing aircraft. I guess culminating in the likes of is it the White Knight? And hang on, where's the bloody hell? You know what? Let's have a look here. See what we got. Yeah, culminating in likes of the White Knight, the spaceship, and okay, that's real interesting. Look, we're just going to go across there because we can. Ground textures look a little shoddy out this way. Hopefully they'll do some work on South America soon enough. Okay, so cool. I think, according to the yellow line, this is where we want to go. And Alpha for the taxiway. Maybe we should have gone there first. Yeah, so SS1, Spaceship 1 I believe, and wow man, this thing gets away from you if you let it. Spaceship 1 and the White Knight, but they've also got, you know, is it the Global Rover or the Global, I forget what it's called. Yeah, so the Rutan brothers have obviously got some amazing designs, but there's this puppy. Let's go outside and have a squiz once more just before we get up into the air, because it's pretty neat. Okay, so up on the rear, it actually looks like, again, one of those, you know, what are they called, paper planes from the Second World War, like the Henschel P129 or something, not too dissimilar. Messerschmitt 329, not dissimilar. Oh, that might have been a twin engine, but I think they had the mock-up for it, they just never got around to building it. Yeah, anyway, this is cool. Nice paint job, great paint job. Right, might give it a bit of trim just to make sure we get her up in the air. Let's do it. Now, if I recall rightly, there's a river just to the south of us, and hopefully I won't get too squirrely from the center line. Give her the full juice. Give her the full juice. Alright, cool. Okay. Now, a weird thing about this, amongst one of the many weird things, is the undercarriage. I'm going to go outside to show the undercarriage retracting. It only lifts the nose wheel from memory. Okay. There we go. Doesn't that give you the horn? I'm kidding. That's a shocking thing to say in this day and age. Alright, cool. So we want to follow. You know what? It's not the river. We want to follow this puppy out. We're going to head east up into the mountains. So, what do I know about Lima? Again, nothing. I know nothing about Lima. What do I know about Peru? I know a little bit about pop music there. Susana Baca, I think, is an amazing. Maybe I could. Nah, can't be asked. But Susana Baca is a famous pop artist out of Lima, out of Peru. Great songsmith, great singer. Is it Maria Lando? Kind of massive hit for way back when. Regional hit, I guess, throughout South America. Ask me how I know that. No, don't ask me how I know that. Alright, so we're just going to head up now. Again, theoretically, we just want to take us straight. And I want to bring her up. We'll have a squiz around the mountains. Yeah, the textures look a bit underbaked around here. But that's alright, that's okay. Strange aircraft sound-wise. But cool. I mean, it's rear engine, so maybe that's realistic. Maybe I should get... How are we doing for trim? Anyways, yeah, that's right. So of course Peru has the is it the Cusco de Nazca lines, and again, because I tend to tie everything into music, and this is going to be a little bit squirrely. Why am I doing this? Because I'm an idiot. Let's see what if we can make it up. Come on, kid, you can do this. Lovely. Yeah, so the Inca lines, Nazca lines, Machu Picchu, of course, over this way, and I'll fly around that again soon. Actually, I am hoping they do a good South American update so I can revisit that. I've done the entire Andes in this puppy. There's a great up at is it floodsim.to. They've got a really cool set of bush trips, one of them being, you know, the entire length of the Andes, and it starts at the mouth of the Amazon, and yeah, the full length of the Amazon. It takes you right up through the Andes. So up north of Sao Paulo, I think, or Bahia over in Brazil, to the 3-point border. I want to say Colombia, Peru, Brazil. But, you know, what do I know about geography? And then you can this is great for sightseeing. This is so cool for sightseeing. Check out the views. Should trim it a bit, shouldn't I, really? But yeah, it takes you up through or past Machu Picchu and places like that, which is kind of nicely modelled here. But again, I'm hoping they do an update for it all, because there's a lot to South America, obviously, and you know, the Andes, and who doesn't want to eat virtual hamsters in a virtual flight simulator, really? Brazil would be cool, again, primarily because I could rattle off the names of favourite Brazilian pop stars. Where are we going, folks? Where are we going? Just going to head up this way. And again, like I said, I don't know the area, don't know where I'm going. Just going to follow the main road, see where it leads, and then just bring it back around into, oh, looking on that, a little bit higher up, 75%. Yeah, bring it back around and down into southern Lima there. There's a little airfield to bring her in at. So are there famous landmarks? No, I don't think so. Any tall tales? Nah, not really. I'm just going to blabber on about anything I can. And what can I blabber on about? A million things. So, yeah, the Rutan brothers. Okay, let's stick with those for a while. Or rather, let's deviate from the Rutan brothers. I'm sure with the what really put them on the map is, of course, composite materials, you know, so carbon fiber composites and so on and so forth. But aircraft wise, things like this canard, you know, not too dissimilar, or rather let's go over here so we don't run into trouble. Where are we going? That's truth, we're heading a bit too far north. That's alright, we'll double back. But you know, canards, there's early canards that I can think of, such as what's that Focke Wolf? Was it the Focke Wolf 29? The Enter, the duck, which had the high wing on the bum and the little canard nose up front, and I think it seated 8 people. There was the MiG-8, which I think was basically a copy of it, or a revised version of the Focke Wolf. Canards, again, Miles. If you watched any of my other videos, you would have heard me banging on about the Miles brother. Well, actually, I always tend to call them the Miles threesome, because I think it was George's wife, Blossom. She herself was a great aviatrix as well as a skilled aircraft designer, and I'm sure she had more than a passing hand into their canard designs, the M35 and the M39, or B39 maybe. And also there was another aircraft I'm sure Blossom had a hand in, which was the Major X, I think, and it was this integrated, like the engine cowling was integrated into the wings, not unlike, if you know your X-planes from the States during the Second World War, you've got the Moonbat, so the XP-67 from McDonnell Douglas, one of their earliest designs. But yeah, actually it does look really cool up here. It's really cool up here. Alright, we need some juice, don't we, to get over this puppy. So, you know, canard designs like this have been around for a long time. I think, is it Gerhard Focke? Might need to give ourselves, we're losing a bit of speed, so we just want to build up a bit of speed before we head over. I also need to kick back on the mixture. Yeah, I think it's Gerhard Focke, or maybe I'm making that shit up. But the point being is that he designed the FW-29 even when technically the Luftwaffe shouldn't have existed, which is why I think McCoy and Gurevich, MiG, ended up getting hold of the duck design, the Enter design, because they were actually built and tested in Russia well prior to the coming of the Nazis in 1933, 34 or 34. So yeah, they were kind of, they had a close relationship when it came to swapping technology and the secret Luftwaffe bases that we used. So yeah, you know, so the canard design has been around for about 100 years, and you know, culminated in the likes, I think, of the Eurofighter, maybe the sub, not the Draken, is it the Viggen? You know, beautiful, beautiful, big beastie jets, jet fighters of renown. Okay, this is cool. That's pretty cool. And what else? Yeah, so I mean, I guess we should be grateful for the fact that they didn't have recourse to carbon composites and many other things besides. And I know a lot of historians or a lot of people go, oh, wouldn't it be cool if these aircraft... You know what? Not really, because we would have been ruled by, well, idiots like me wouldn't be alive. It would have been too much of a big mouth for any of those dictators to put up with. But aircraft design, the actual design of these puppies, is quite extraordinary. So hats off to the Rutan brothers for continuing the great pioneering tradition of utterly bizarre aircraft, ugly to many, absolutely glorious to many others. I consider myself in the latter camp. I'm constantly geek out and marvel at how, not just how cool these aircraft look, but actually how well they behave. They're like really quite sedate, very placid. I don't know if I can, should I do it? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can put this puppy into a spin. Not into a spin. Yeah, see if we can loop up. So a loop over the Andes. Why not? Fly down. Take her out to about 180. Oh, this thing clips along as well. I mean, it cruises at about 160. So can we do it? Or are we just going to fall out of the sky? That should be enough to give it. Well, hey. Come back off the throttle. Don't put her into the mountainside. Alright, that was fun. South America, take me away. Massive hit for Bing Crosby and the Andrews sisters back during the Napoleonic Wars of 1805. What else? So again, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm partial to getting lost and doing a Howard Hughes and putting these things down in the strangest places. Now I'm not sure if that's a bit apocryphal or if it's actually true. Knowing that Howard Hughes was a really crap pilot, but you know at one point Salinas or somewhere over in California, he was running out of juice. I'm thinking it was in a Vega or like a Lockheed Vega or maybe an Electra. He was a bit partial to the Lockheeds. But he just literally flew down into the street, filled it up with gas and took off again. I mean, you're talking about, at that point, the richest man on earth. And it's altogether plausible that he would have done something very much like that. But I love those tales about how he was a really shocking pilot, that outside the likes of Hollywood actors and actresses, most professional pilots refused to go up with him. But you know, except for the around the world trip in, was it an E10, an Electra, a Lockheed Electra, and flying the Connie, the Constellation, across the country, maybe Dayton, Ohio, over to Burbank or something. And what else? He had a lot of those sorts of things. Coming down in the rhubarb field, of course, in the movie The Aviator, in his H1, and there are a couple of versions of that puppy. There was the long wing and the short wing. Yeah, okay, so this is southern Lima. Pretty cool. Now I don't even know. I should actually take the time to stall it to get a feel for what this stall speed's like. Actually, let's do that now. Just so I can just pull back a bit. See where it wants to stall. I'm guessing it's going to be around 80 for the landing, but it doesn't want to wing over. Very pleasant indeed. Dropping down to 70. Oh, there we go. What's happening? What's happening? There we go. Wing over. No. Yeah, 60. Okay, so landing is 1.3 on top of that. So your stall speed on top of that. You know what? Okay, so that's good. That's cool. You do the math, folks. I'm crap at it. I should have actually taken off earlier so we could have caught like a Peruvian, like an Andean sunrise or something. But I didn't. And that's all there is to it. Looks like a runway straight ahead, doesn't it? You know what? Let's just put it down there. I'll shut up and give her an ounce of flaps. Putting the flaps at around 100. Yeah, cool. I don't even know if this thing has, what's this thing got? Alright, let's chuck the undercarriage down. Behaves more like a glider, like a power glider, which is kind of cool. Freak out a few people in the office blocks. We're a long ways off, but I have. Alright, cool. Should hit the landing light, shouldn't I really? Yeah, this will do nicely, folks. Get it down around 100. Do get a bit closer. Plonk it down there. I was supposed to come in on the southern end, but that's alright. This is good. So this should bring us in on what, 27 or something. Again, I'm guessing for the figures. A little high, probably far. Oh yeah, way fast. Way fast. I'm pretty sure I've got that front nose down. If I haven't, of course you can't hop out and the real thing to check. I should be able to do it here, but again, no, I don't want to do that. I want to see what happens. The other thing, of course, is this puppy is so low to the ground, so just past the keys. So 20. Alright, that was close. Just past the keys. And down we come, hopefully like butter. Not quite like butter, but there you go, we got down nice and safe. Let it bleed off a bit. Pull up on the next one. Cool. Well, that's really cool. This is a great little beastie. Great for sightseeing. Birdles along at a good clip. I was probably overspeeding it to hell and back, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is a southern airport. It's a little weird because when you're up flying it gets photorealistic, and then when you're on the ground you're thinking, hang on, there should be a few more people around than this. So yeah, so this is the Rutan and Blossom, and I love this little puppy. What do we got over here? What have we got? Looks like a faceless stork or something. Oh, it's a bird dog. Okay, cool. You know, a couple of bird dogs, why not? There we go, just to give it that kind of whole Cold War feeling. They're in US military livery. Very pleasant. What's that, a diamond or something? I'm just going to plonk it here, and why not? Okay, parking brake on. Flaps up. We will take out the lights. That's it, prop out. Come on, kid. That's a one. Alright, off. Off. Didn't have to use the avionics or the GPS. Well, should have, but just couldn't be asked. Okay. Other way. That's the one. Didn't even have to come off. Come on. No. You goofy kid. That's interesting. Huh. No, won't let me come off the main tanks. There we go, that's a bit better. Alright, all good. Alright, big beautiful world. I've annoyed the crap out of you enough. Be safe. Have a fantastic day. See ya.